Picture this. It's 2:47 a.m., and you're lying in bed staring at the ceiling again. Your body is exhausted, your mind is tired, but sleep feels like it's playing hide and seek with you. You've tried counting sheep, warm milk, even those expensive sleep aids from the pharmacy. Nothing seems to work anymore. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Tonight, I'm going to share something that could change your nights forever. It's not a pill, it's not a gadget, and it won't cost you a penny. It's a simple technique that thousands of people just like you are using to fall asleep in minutes, not hours. In the next 20 minutes, you'll discover the 3 specific points on your body that, when gently tapped, can signal your nervous system to switch from stress mode to sleep mode. You'll learn why your sleep has changed as you've gotten older, and most importantly, you'll have a practical tool you can use tonight to reclaim the rest you deserve. Before we begin, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop your city in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you find value in what we're about to discuss, please give this video a like and subscribe for more gentle, natural approaches to better health and sleep. Understanding why sleep changes. Let's start with something important. If sleep has become more difficult for you, it's not your fault, and it's not something you just have to accept. There are real biological reasons why sleep changes as we age, and understanding them is the first step toward better rest. The most significant change happens with melatonin, often called the sleep hormone. When you were younger, your body produced melatonin like a well-oiled factory, releasing it naturally as darkness fell and helping you drift off to sleep effortlessly. But after age 60, melatonin production can drop by as much as 50%. Imagine trying to drive a car with half the fuel you used to have. That's what your sleep system is dealing with. Then there's your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. This remarkable system once kept perfect time, knowing exactly when to make you alert in the morning and drowsy at night. But as we age, this internal timekeeper can become less precise. You might find yourself wide awake at 10 p.m. when you used to be yawning, or waking up at 4 a.m. when you'd prefer to sleep until 7. There's another player in this sleep struggle that many people don't realize: the sympathetic nervous system. This is your body's alarm system, designed to keep you alert and ready for action. When you were younger and dealing with demanding careers, raising children, and managing busy lives, this system served you well. But now, when you should be able to relax, that same alarm system often stays stuck in the on position. Your mind races through worries. Did I take my medication? How's my blood pressure? What if something happens to my spouse? Is that pain in my knee getting worse? These aren't trivial concerns. They're real and valid worries that come with life experience. But they can keep your nervous system activated when it should be winding down. The result? You lie in bed with your body craving rest but your mind refusing to cooperate. You might fall asleep only to wake up at 2 or 3 a.m., your thoughts immediately jumping to your concerns. Or you might sleep lightly, never reaching those deep restorative stages that leave you feeling refreshed. And then there's the morning. You wake up feeling like you never really slept at all. Your reflection shows tired eyes, and your mind feels heavy with fatigue. That mental fog makes it harder to concentrate on simple tasks, and you might find yourself forgetting things more often. It's frustrating and can make you wonder if this is just your new normal. But here's what I want you to remember. Restful sleep isn't gone forever. Yes, your body has changed, but it still has an incredible capacity to heal and restore itself. You just need to learn how to work with these changes, not against them. The science behind tapping. Now, you might be wondering, how can something as simple as tapping help with all these complex changes? The answer lies in understanding how your nervous system works and how gentle stimulation can influence it in powerful ways. Tapping therapy, also known as acupressure tapping, has roots that go back thousands of years to traditional Chinese medicine. Ancient healers discovered that by applying gentle pressure or stimulation to specific points on the body, they could influence everything from pain to mood to sleep. What they understood intuitively, modern science is now proving with research. When you tap on specific points, you're essentially sending signals through your nervous system. Think of it like pressing a reset button on your body's stress response. Remember that sympathetic nervous system we talked about? The one that keeps you alert and worried? Tapping helps activate its counterpart, the parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the rest and digest system. The parasympathetic nervous system is like a gentle friend who whispers, "It's okay, you can relax now." When activated, it slows your heart rate, deepens your breathing, relaxes your muscles, and tells your brain it's safe to let go of the day's concerns. This is exactly the state you need to be in to fall asleep naturally. But tapping does even more than calm your nervous system. Research has shown that this gentle stimulation can help boost the production of serotonin, often called the feel-good neurotransmitter. Serotonin doesn't just improve your mood. It's also a building block for melatonin, that sleep hormone we discussed earlier. So by tapping, you're potentially helping your body produce more of the very hormone it needs for sleep. The beauty of this technique is in its simplicity. You're not trying to override your body's natural systems or force yourself to sleep. Instead, you're working with your body's existing wisdom, gently guiding it toward the state it naturally wants to be in at bedtime. Studies on acupressure have shown measurable improvements in sleep quality, reductions in the time it takes to fall asleep, and decreased nighttime awakenings. One study specifically looking at older adults found that those who practiced acupressure techniques fell asleep an average of 15 minutes faster and experienced fewer sleep disruptions. The 3 points we'll focus on tonight are particularly powerful because they're connected to areas of your brain and nervous system that directly influence sleep and relaxation. Each point serves a specific purpose, and when used together, they create a comprehensive approach to preparing your body and mind for rest. Point 1. The third eye forehead tapping. Let's begin with the first and perhaps most important tapping point. The area between your eyebrows, often called the third eye in traditional medicine. This isn't just poetic language. This spot corresponds to a very real and important part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is like the CEO of your brain. It's responsible for complex thinking, problem-solving, planning, and unfortunately, a lot of our worrying. As we age, this part of the brain often becomes overactive, especially in the evening. It's the part that keeps replaying conversations from the day, planning tomorrow's tasks, or cycling through concerns about health, family, or finances. Think of your prefrontal cortex as a very dedicated employee who doesn't know when the workday is over. Even when you're lying in bed, it's still processing, still working, still trying to solve problems. Tapping the forehead point is like gently telling this overactive employee, "Thank you for your hard work today, but it's time to clock out." Here's how to find and use this powerful point. First, get comfortable. You can do this sitting on the edge of your bed or lying down, whatever feels most natural for you. Take a moment to let your shoulders drop and your breathing slow down. Now, locate the point. Place your middle finger or index finger right between your eyebrows, about 1 inch above where your eyebrows meet. You might notice this area feels slightly different, perhaps more sensitive or warm. That's normal and actually indicates you've found the right spot. Begin tapping gently. Use your fingertip to create a soft, rhythmic tapping motion. Think of it like raindrops on a window, light, consistent, and soothing. There's no need to press hard. In fact, the lighter the touch, the more effective it often is. As you tap, focus on your breathing. This is crucial for maximizing the benefits. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Feel your lungs filling completely. Hold that breath gently for a count of 2. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. This breathing pattern activates your parasympathetic nervous system even more effectively. Continue this combination of tapping and breathing for about 1 to 2 minutes. As you do this, you might notice several things happening. Your forehead might feel warmer or more relaxed. The tension around your eyes and temples might begin to ease. Some people describe feeling like a tight band around their head is slowly loosening. Pay attention to your thoughts during this process. You might notice that racing mind beginning to slow down. Worries that seemed urgent just minutes ago might start to feel less pressing. It's as if you're creating space between yourself and your concerns. They're still there, but they don't feel as overwhelming. Many people find that this forehead tapping creates a gentle drowsiness, the kind that naturally leads to sleep rather than the heavy, drugged feeling that comes from sleep medications. Your eyelids might start to feel heavier, and you may find yourself naturally wanting to close your eyes. This isn't just relaxation. It's your body beginning to shift into sleep mode. The tapping is sending signals to your brain that it's safe to let go of the day's mental work. It's permission to stop thinking so hard and start resting. Some seniors report that after just a few nights of practicing this technique, they begin to feel sleepy as soon as they place their finger on their forehead. It's as if they've trained their brain to recognize this as a signal for sleep time. This is the power of creating a consistent, gentle routine that works with your body's natural rhythms. Point 2. Temple tapping for tension release. Now let's move to the second powerful point. Your temples. If you've ever instinctively rubbed your temples when feeling stressed or dealing with a headache, you've already discovered the importance of this area. Your temples aren't just convenient places to rest your reading glasses. They're gateways to profound relaxation and pain relief. The temple area is rich with nerve endings and small blood vessels that play a crucial role in circulation to your brain. For many older adults, this area can become a storage place for tension, especially after days filled with worry, concentration, or even just the normal stresses of daily life. When tension builds up in your temples, it can cause several problems that interfere with sleep. You might experience headaches that seem to pulse with your heartbeat. You might feel a tightness around your eyes or forehead. Some people describe feeling like they're wearing a hat that's too tight. This tension can also affect circulation to your brain, contributing to that foggy, unclear feeling that makes it hard to relax. But here's the wonderful thing about your temples. They respond beautifully to gentle stimulation. By tapping lightly in this area, you can help release that built-up tension, improve circulation, and send powerful relaxation signals throughout your head and neck. Let me guide you through the temple tapping technique. Start by finding a comfortable position. You might want to sit in your favorite chair or lie back against your pillows. Let your arms rest naturally at your sides, and take a moment to notice any tension you're carrying in your shoulders or neck. Now, place the tips of your index or middle fingers on both temples simultaneously. Your temples are located just beside your eyes, in the slightly hollow area between your eyebrows and your ears. When you place your fingers there, you might immediately notice some tenderness or sensitivity. This is completely normal and indicates that this area needs attention. Begin tapping both temples at the same time using a gentle, rhythmic motion. Think of it as playing a very soft drum beat, one that soothes rather than energizes. The tapping should feel comforting, like a friend gently patting your shoulder to say, "Everything's going to be okay." As you tap, coordinate this with your breathing. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4, hold for 2 counts, then exhale through your mouth for 6 counts. With each exhale, imagine you're releasing not just air, but also the tension and stress you've been carrying in your head and neck. Continue this temple tapping for about 30 to 45 seconds. As you do this, pay attention to what you're feeling. Many people notice an immediate sense of relief, as if pressure is being released from their head. The area around your eyes might feel more relaxed. Some people describe feeling like their face is softening or melting into relaxation. You might also notice that any headache or head tension you were experiencing begins to ease. The gentle tapping helps improve blood flow to the area, which can relieve that tight, constricted feeling that often accompanies stress headaches. This technique is particularly helpful if you're someone who tends to carry stress in your head and neck. Many older adults find that their heads feel heavy by the end of the day, weighed down by concerns and mental fatigue. Temple tapping can help lift that heaviness, creating a sense of lightness and ease that naturally promotes sleep. As you practice this technique, you're also creating a powerful signal to your brain. You're essentially telling your mind, the thinking work of the day is done. It's time to shift into rest mode. This is especially important for people whose minds tend to stay active well into the night, replaying conversations or worrying about tomorrow's responsibilities. Some people find it helpful to pair the temple tapping with gentle, positive thoughts. As you tap, you might silently say to yourself, "I release the tension of today," or "My mind is becoming calm and peaceful." These aren't just pretty words, they're instructions to your subconscious mind, helping reinforce the physical benefits of the tapping. Point 3. Back of neck, the ultimate release. Now we come to what many consider the most powerful point of all. The back of your neck, right where your hairline meets the base of your skull. This area is like a highway intersection for your nervous system, and it's often where we store the deepest tension from our daily lives. Think about your neck and shoulders right now. If you're like most people, especially as we get older, you're probably carrying some tightness there. This isn't just about poor posture or sleeping wrong, though those factors certainly contribute. The back of your neck is where your body tends to hold emotional and mental stress. Every worry about your health, every concern about your family, every moment of uncertainty about the future can manifest as physical tension in this crucial area. It's as if your neck and shoulders are trying to carry the weight of all your responsibilities and concerns. Over time, this tension can become so familiar that you don't even notice it anymore, until you try to sleep. When there's tension at the base of your skull, it can interfere with circulation to your brain, contribute to headaches, and keep your nervous system in a state of alert. It's like having a traffic jam at a crucial intersection. Everything else backs up as a result. But when you learn to release this tension through gentle tapping, the effects can be profound. Not only can you experience immediate physical relief, but you can also signal to your entire nervous system that it's safe to let down its guard and prepare for sleep. Here's how to access this powerful release point. Get into a comfortable position where you can easily reach the back of your neck. You might sit forward slightly in your chair or lie on your side. The key is to be comfortable so you can focus on the technique rather than struggling with an awkward position. Using the tips of your middle, ring, and pinky fingers of one hand, locate the back of your neck where your hairline meets your spine. You're looking for the area right at the base of your skull, where it curves to meet your neck. This might feel slightly hollow or indented. Now, begin tapping in a gentle arc across the back of your neck, moving slowly from one side to the other. Imagine you're following a bridge that spans from your left ear to your right ear, with the highest point of the bridge being at the center back of your head. Your tapping should follow this imaginary bridge. The tapping motion should be soft and rhythmic, like gentle raindrops or like someone patting you on the back to comfort you. There's no need for firm pressure. In fact, gentleness is more effective here because you're working with sensitive nerve pathways. As you tap across the back of your neck, coordinate this with deep, intentional breathing. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 counts, feeling your ribcage expand. Hold that breath for 2 counts, then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for 6 counts. With each exhale, imagine the tension flowing out of your neck, down your shoulders, and away from your body entirely. Continue this tapping and breathing combination for about 1 to 2 minutes. As you do this, you might notice several wonderful changes happening. First, you'll likely feel the physical tension in your neck and shoulders beginning to release. It might feel like tight muscles are gradually letting go, or like a heavy weight is being lifted from your shoulders. You might also notice that your breathing becomes naturally deeper and more relaxed. This happens because releasing tension in the neck area can free up your diaphragm and allow for more natural, restful breathing patterns. Many people report feeling a sense of relief that goes beyond just the physical. It's as if they're finally giving themselves permission to put down the burdens they've been carrying. This emotional release is just as important as the physical one when it comes to preparing for sleep. As you tap the back of your neck, you might also notice your head feeling lighter or your thoughts becoming quieter. This makes perfect sense when you understand that you're helping to improve circulation to your brain while simultaneously calming your nervous system. This neck tapping technique is particularly powerful for people who wake up frequently during the night. Often, nighttime awakenings are related to physical tension that builds up while we sleep. By releasing this tension before bed, many people find they sleep more soundly and wake up less frequently. Creating your complete sleep routine. Now that you've learned all 3 tapping points, let's talk about how to combine them into a complete bedtime routine that can transform your nights. The key to success with any natural sleep technique is consistency and creating the right environment for relaxation. Your ideal sleep routine should begin about 30 minutes before you actually want to fall asleep. This gives your body and mind time to gradually transition from the alertness of the day to the calm readiness for sleep. Think of it as creating a bridge between your waking hours and your sleeping hours. Start by preparing your environment. Your bedroom should feel like a sanctuary, a place that immediately signals to your brain that it's time to rest. Keep the lights dim. Bright lights can interfere with your natural melatonin production. If you need some light for safety, consider using a small, warm-toned nightlight rather than overhead lighting. Temperature is also important. Most people sleep better in a slightly cool room, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If you tend to get cold, you can always add blankets, but it's harder to cool down an overheated room and body. About 30 minutes before bed, begin winding down with a warm, soothing drink. A cup of warm water with a teaspoon of honey is ideal. The honey provides natural sugars that help your brain produce serotonin, which then converts to melatonin. It's like giving your body the raw materials it needs to create its own sleep medication. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m., and be mindful of large meals or alcohol close to bedtime. While alcohol might initially make you feel sleepy, it can disrupt your sleep cycles later in the night, leading to those frustrating middle-of-the-night awakenings. Now, let's put your 3-point tapping routine together. Begin with the forehead tapping. Sit comfortably on the edge of your bed or in a chair, and place your finger between your eyebrows. Tap gently while breathing deeply for 1 to 2 minutes. Focus on letting go of the day's mental activity and any racing thoughts. Next, move to your temples. Place both hands on your temples and tap gently while continuing your deep breathing. This is your time to release any physical tension in your head and to signal to your brain that the work of thinking is done for the day. Finally, finish with the back of your neck. This is often the most relaxing part of the routine. As you tap across the base of your skull, feel yourself releasing not just physical tension, but also the emotional weight you've been carrying. The entire tapping routine should take about 3 to 5 minutes. That's all. Just a few minutes of gentle, intentional care for yourself. But don't underestimate the power of these few minutes. You're essentially reprogramming your nervous system, teaching it to shift from stress mode to sleep mode on command. After completing your tapping routine, go directly to bed. Don't check your phone, don't review tomorrow's schedule, don't engage in any stimulating activities. Instead, lie down, close your eyes, and notice how your body feels. Many people are surprised by how relaxed and ready for sleep they feel after just this simple routine. Some people like to continue with gentle, slow breathing once they're in bed. You can count your breaths, or simply focus on the sensation of air moving in and out of your body. If your mind starts to wander back to worries or tomorrow's tasks, gently redirect your attention back to your breathing. Remember, this technique works best when practiced consistently. It might take a few nights for your body to fully learn this new routine, but many people notice improvements even on their first night. Be patient with yourself and trust in your body's natural ability to rest and restore. Additional sleep-supporting tips. While the 3-point tapping technique can be incredibly effective on its own, there are additional strategies that can enhance its benefits and support your overall sleep quality. Think of these as the supporting cast that helps the main star, your tapping routine, shine even brighter. First, let's talk about the power of routine and ritual. Your brain loves predictability, especially when it comes to sleep. When you do the same calming activities at the same time each night, you're training your brain to recognize these signals as preparation for sleep. This is why the tapping routine works even better when it's part of a consistent bedtime schedule. Try to go to bed and wake up at roughly the same times each day, even on weekends. I know this can be challenging, especially if you're retired and feel like you should be able to sleep whenever you want. But your circadian rhythm thrives on consistency, and maintaining regular sleep and wake times can significantly improve your sleep quality. Consider adding some gentle stretching to your bedtime routine. Nothing vigorous, just some simple neck rolls, shoulder shrugs, or gentle spinal twists. These movements can help release physical tension and prepare your body for the stillness of sleep. You can do these right before your tapping routine. The power of gratitude can also support better sleep. As you're lying in bed after your tapping routine, try thinking of 3 things you're grateful for from the day. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for a kind word from a neighbor, a beautiful sunset you noticed, or simply the fact that you have a warm, comfortable bed to sleep in. Gratitude helps shift your mind away from worries and toward positive, peaceful thoughts. If you find your mind still racing after your tapping routine, try a simple visualization technique. Picture yourself in a peaceful place, maybe a quiet beach at sunset, a serene garden, or a cozy cabin in the woods. Engage all your senses in this visualization. What do you see? What sounds do you hear? What does the air feel like on your skin? This kind of detailed, sensory visualization can help redirect your mind away from stress and toward relaxation. For those nights when you wake up in the middle of the night, resist the urge to check the clock or your phone. The blue light from devices can interfere with your natural sleep cycles, and knowing the exact time can create anxiety about how much sleep you're losing. Instead, if you wake up, try doing your tapping routine again, right there in bed. Many people find that the neck tapping is particularly effective for getting back to sleep. If you have a partner who snores or moves a lot in their sleep, consider using a white noise machine or earplugs. Sound disruptions are one of the most common causes of poor sleep quality, and addressing them can make a significant difference in how rested you feel in the morning. Don't underestimate the importance of comfort. If your mattress is old or uncomfortable, or if your pillows don't provide good support, these physical discomforts can interfere with sleep even when your mind is calm. You don't necessarily need expensive equipment. Sometimes just an extra pillow for support or a thin mattress topper can make a big difference. Finally, be mindful of your evening activities. While it's tempting to watch the news or scroll through social media before bed, these activities can activate your sympathetic nervous system and make it harder to sleep. Instead, try reading a calming book, listening to soft music, or doing a gentle hobby like knitting or sketching. As we come to the end of our time together tonight, I want you to remember something important. You have more control over your sleep than you might realize. Yes, aging brings changes to your body and sleep patterns, but it doesn't mean you have to resign yourself to restless nights and tired mornings. The 3-point tapping technique you've learned tonight is more than just a sleep aid. It's a way of taking gentle, loving care of yourself. Every time you place your fingers on these points and tap softly, you're sending yourself a message. You matter. Your rest matters. You deserve peace. This isn't just about falling asleep faster, though many people do experience that benefit. It's about reclaiming your nights, reducing the anxiety and frustration that can build up around bedtime, and waking up feeling more like yourself again. It's about remembering that your body still has incredible wisdom and healing capacity, and sometimes it just needs a gentle nudge in the right direction. I encourage you to try this technique tonight. Start with just 1 point if that feels more comfortable, or use all 3 if you're ready for the complete routine. There's no wrong way to begin. The important thing is that you begin. Give yourself permission to take these few minutes for your own well-being. Remember, natural techniques like this one often work differently than medications. Instead of forcing your body into sleep, you're working with your body's natural rhythms and systems. This means it might take a few nights to experience the full benefits, but when they come, they tend to be lasting and without side effects. If you try the tapping technique tonight, I would love to hear about your experience. Did you notice a difference in how quickly you fell asleep? Did you sleep more soundly? Did you wake up feeling more refreshed? Your story could be exactly what someone else needs to hear to give them hope about their own sleep struggles. Please take a moment to like this video if it's been helpful to you. When you like and share content like this, you're helping it reach other people who might be lying awake right now, wishing for a solution to their sleep problems. You could be the reason someone discovers the rest they've been searching for. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for notifications. I'm committed to bringing you more gentle, natural approaches to better health and well-being. In our upcoming videos, we'll explore other techniques for managing pain, reducing anxiety, and supporting your body's natural healing processes as you navigate the golden years of life. Before you go to bed tonight, I want to leave you with this thought. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a necessity for your physical health, mental clarity, and emotional well-being. By taking these few minutes each night to practice this simple tapping routine, you're investing in your overall quality of life. You're choosing to prioritize your rest, and that's a choice that will pay dividends in how you feel and function every single day. Your body has carried you through decades of life, through challenges and joys, through busy careers and family responsibilities. Now it's time to give it the gift of deep, restorative sleep. You've earned it, you deserve it, and with the tools you've learned tonight, it's within your reach. Sweet dreams, my friend. May your night be peaceful, your sleep be deep, and your morning be bright with energy and hope. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Sleep well.